With Norfolk's long history by the sea and sometimes in the sea, she has accumulated centuries of untold history. What are your neighborhood's mermaid tales? It might be an abandoned cemetery at the end of a street. With the overgrown tombstones, do you ever wonder about the forgotten stories of people in the neighborhood in which they lived? Speaking of cemeteries, Mermaid Tales 2020 might be discovering little-known facts and local heroes. A historical marker at Mount Olive Cemetery preserves the history of Dr. Dorothy Farabee. Dr. Farabee was a medical doctor, pioneer in civil and women's rights who provided medical mobile clinics between 1935 and 1941 to 15,000 sharecroppers in the South who were otherwise denied basic health care. It might be little-known facts. Do you know about the airfields at Norview High School, one at Lake Whitehurst, and one in Glen Rock? Did you know that the old municipal auditorium is now the rear of the Harrison Opera House? A great resource for finding your neighborhood mermaid tales of the past is the Sargent Memorial Collection at Slover Library. Staff there will help you find books, pictures, maps, and old city directories.
My name is Peggy McPhillips. I am the Norfolk City historian. It is my wonderful job to talk to people about Norfolk history, to help people research aspects of Norfolk history, like the history of your neighborhood, that you may be interested in knowing more about. We have a wonderful resource here at Slover Library, the Sargent Memorial Collection on the second floor of the older building at Slover, has a fabulous collection of resource material and an even more fabulous collection of specialists in their staff who will help you find just what you're looking for. So I invite you to come and check us out and find out more about your neighborhood.
Another source of stories is from within your neighborhood. It might be someone like Mike Waldron, a crossing guard at Crossroads Elementary in Willoughby. He and 8 of his siblings served in the U.S. Navy, beginning with his brother Richard in World War II. His sister Ramona broke the record for family members in the Navy. Mike served on the USS Essex when it recovered Apollo 7. Mermaid Tales 2020 might be finding inspiration, like the story of Shirley Butts from the Sherwood Forest Seniors Group and how she finished college.
When I graduated from Booker T. Washington High School in 1957, I got a partial scholarship to go to Norfolk State University. So the first year I went on my scholarship because it was a partial scholarship. After that, I got a job working on the base, so I started going to school at night and working in the daytime. I got married in 1960. By then I had finished my sophomore year at Norfolk State. So when I got married and had my family, and I decided in 1986 that I would go back to school in my 40s. Now, when I told my coworkers that I planned to go back to school, they said, "Well, you too old. You too old to learn anything." And it was a young man said that. The minute he said that, when I left work, I went to ODU. So when I did graduate from high school, of course, there was no way that they would have allowed me to go to Old Dominion. So when I did go to Old Dominion, one of my professors asked me if I would talk to the young people in the class about what it was like during those days. And I told him, I said, "Look, I'm going to ODU now, but when I graduated from high school, I was not allowed to come to Old Dominion University." And they said, "No, that's not true." The professor said, "It is true." You know, and I told him about some of the other things about riding in the back of the bus and about going to the department stores. You couldn't use the bathroom, you know, you could pay your bill and stuff like that. And the young people were they were fascinated. You know, they said, "We didn't know stuff like that, you know, went on." But And when I got my transcript from Norfolk State, they said, yeah, you're gonna take your junior and senior classes here at ODU. And so I worked and took one class a semester for 15 years. And every time I went to my advisor, he said, can't you take more than one class? I said, look, I work full time, and I can't afford to take more than one class at a time. So for 15 years, I took one class a semester, and sometimes I went to summer school. And I was getting ready to sign up for some more classes in 2001. And my advisor said, you through? I said, what? She said, you through. So after you take this summer class in 2001, you are through. And you got to prepare for graduation. And so I graduated from ODU August the 13th, 2001, with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. And I tell you, I was so happy I didn't know what to do. And thank God.
We hope that Mermaid Tales 2020 will help you find new facts, inspire your neighbors, and help tell your neighborhood story. So go dig up, capture, record, and share your Mermaid Tales 2020.